Hello guys, welcome back to Nani's recipe. First of all, I want to welcome all of new subscribers and thank you for subscribing. So today I got a recipe for aloo paratha. Aloo paratha is a North Indian dish and it's widely a favorite among all Indians. So I just want to show you how I make it at home. So in a mixing bowl, I'm going to add 1.5 cup of atta flour. So atta is whole wheat flour and it can be easily available from Indian groceries or supermarkets. To this, I'm going to add some salt. And you're going to make sure that you season the flour at this stage first so that the paratha will turn out to be tasty. So after this now we're going to carefully add water. So I'm mixing it all together. Make sure the salt is well mixed in the flour. So I've taken a cup of lukewarm water and I'm not going to add it all together. I'm going to add it slowly and little at a time. And I'm going to mix the flour and water together. So that way you can see how much water you need furthermore. So you can see that I could see that we need some more water, so I've added a bit more, and now we're going to knead this flour now. So we're going to slowly mix it all together, and you have to knead it quite strongly for at least 5 minutes, and that way the dough will become nice and smooth. So after about 5 minutes you can see the dough has started to take its form, and you can also do this in a stand mixer. And there we are, we're ready with the dough now. And next is very important to make sure that you rest this dough. So just gonna cover it up now with a cling film and leave it to rest. So my atta is ready now, so I'll leave it to a side, and now we're gonna make the stuffing that goes into this now, into the aloo paratha. So that's basically potatoes. So in a pan I'm going to heat up 2 to 3 tablespoons of regular cooking oil, and once the oil is heated up I'm going to add about a teaspoon of ginger. So after a minute I'm going to add the onions. I've finely chopped the onions and then give it a good mix, and we're going to season this now and add about half of a red chili. So we'll season it all together, give it a good mix and let it saute. You don't want it any brown or anything, just need to soften the onions, that's all. So after about 5 to 7 minutes you can see that the onions have become translucent, and now is the time we can add the spices. So the only spice I will be using here is turmeric powder. So I've added about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Again, I let it roast in the oil so it releases its flavor. Give it a good mix again, and to this then we'll be adding some boiled potatoes after. So I pre-boiled some potatoes and I've diced them, and I'm going to add them to the mixture now. So the potatoes have been added and that's all. Our stuffing is done. So you just give it a good mix and just let it warm up for another 2 to 3 minutes and we're done with the stuffing. So let this cool down now and we can come back to our dough. So I have formed a small ball from the dough. So just press it lightly and flatten it out, and we're going to roll it out. We don't want to roll it out thinly, just enough so that I can put the stuffing in. So I put the stuffing in the center, and now I'm going to bring the edges together and form like a dumpling. So I'm going to fold it all together, fold and go as I move, and then just pinch it all together, pinch the extra doughs from the side and just form a little dumpling by there. There we are. And now I'm gonna make sure that the surface is just dusted well. So we're gonna roll this out now. Now be very careful when you roll this out, just ever so lightly, because otherwise if you press it too hard the stuffing is gonna seep out. So we just go back and forth, just flip it back and forth and slowly just go from one side to the other, and just put ever so lightly, just give very little pressure and just keep dusting the surface, so you'll be fine. Otherwise it will start sticking to the surface if you don't dust it enough. And just keep doing that. So we don't want it too thin, you just want it to be able to be thick enough so that the stuffing stays inside the parathas. There we are, and I'll show you now once I'm ready rolling it out. So that's the thickness we're looking for, and now we're ready for the tawa. So a tawa is just a flat iron pan. You could use any pan that you have, just make sure it's hot enough. And here I'm greasing the pan with ghee, which is clarified butter, or you can just use regular cooking oil. So I put the parathas on there. Now make sure the heat is on a medium heat, and then let the parathas cook. So that's going to take about a minute to 2 minutes, and you know one side is ready when you'll start seeing bubbles on the other side. So you can see the bubbles have started to form. So now is the time to flip the parathas, and you can see it's cooked now. So all I do now is just grease the paratha with some oil or ghee or butter. To get the best flavor of paratha, butter is the right way to go, but it's all up to you. And just keep good, wait for it to cook, and you can see as the paratha cooks it will puff up, and you know that your parathas are ready. So there we are, our aloo paratha is ready. That's the batch that I made. It's soft, it's tasty, it's yummy. You can pair this up with some yogurt or some pickle, or chutneys. Mango chutney goes well as well. So yeah, please give it a try, and thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for all your comments. And please let me know if you like this recipe. Please like, share and subscribe. See you again. Bye.